Hi, so I'm Terry Quinn. I'm a senior lecturer here in the Institute of Cardiovascular and Medical Sciences, University of Glasgow. I'm also a stroke clinician and I'm the coordinating editor of the Cochrane Dementia Group. Stroke's a word that many people have heard about, but a lot of people don't understand what a stroke really is. So a stroke is when the blood supply to the brain is interrupted, and that causes death of brain tissues. And that can be caused by a blockage in a blood vessel, or it can be caused by bleeding in a blood vessel. The word stroke comes from the phrase, the stroke of the hand of God, and that was because people felt that stroke was something that was sudden and completely unpredictable and couldn't be prevented. And because of some of the work we're doing here in the University of Glasgow, we've shown that yes, stroke is sudden, but actually we can predict those people who are at risk of a stroke, and most importantly, we can do something about it. We can prevent stroke. So today is World Stroke Day. And World Stroke Day is an important event for raising awareness of stroke. It's a worldwide event because stroke is a condition that's increasing internationally, and in fact the greatest increases are seen in lower and middle income countries. Each year World Stroke Day has a theme, and the theme of this year's event is Getting Up Again After Stroke. The reason they've chosen that theme is we know that stroke kills people. It's one of the commonest causes of death internationally, but perhaps more importantly, stroke can leave people disabled. About 1/3 of people after a stroke are left with some form of disability, and that's something we want to do something about. And that's something that some of the research here in the University of Glasgow has been trying to address. So within the Institute of Cardiovascular and Medical Sciences, I'm supported by the Chief Scientist Office and the Stroke Association to do research into stroke. A lot of my research is about measuring stroke recovery, because if we can quantify that a person is getting better, we can then compare one treatment to another and see which treatment works best. More recently, I've been awarded a programme grant to look at some of the non-physical problems that are associated with stroke. And by that we're talking about things like dementia, depression, and anxiety. Now there's lots of reasons why I've chosen to look at those areas of stroke recovery. One is that they're very common. Around 1 in 2 people following a stroke will have depression, and around 1 in 3 will have important problems in memory and thinking. But the real reason that I've chosen to research these areas are because people living with stroke told us that they were important. I was part of a priority setting group that asked people who had experience of stroke, caregivers, the third sector and clinicians what they felt were the important unresearched areas in stroke. And the answer that consistently came through was that we don't have enough research around anxiety, depression, dementia, and so that's why I've taken on that area as my focus. University of Glasgow has a very proud tradition of stroke research. In fact, the first ever stroke unit was affiliated with the University of Glasgow, and some of the pioneers in therapies such as thrombolysis and neuroprotectants have came from University of Glasgow. Within the Institute of Cardiovascular and Medical Sciences, we have important research at every stage of the stroke journey. So we have some researchers looking at prevention, and we have lots of exciting research in areas such as heart rhythm disturbance, heart failure, hypertension, dyslipidemia. We then have researchers looking at what happens when someone comes to hospital with a stroke and the best way to give care. And then we have research, of which I'm a part of, looking at the life after stroke and what we can do to try and prevent disability and make people make the most of their life when they've had a stroke. One of the nice things about working within the Institute of Cardiovascular and Medical Sciences is that we have a mix of preclinical scientists and clinician scientists working together. And that working together has created a synergy that I think is producing really important research outputs that are making a difference and that are having an impact on how we deliver stroke care.